Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing really well, and a big warm welcome if you're new here, and thank you so much for joining. This video is all about colour and adding colour to your wardrobe. I love colour, but not always on me, especially in the cooler months. I actually tend to wear more colour in the summer. So if you're mainly a classic neutrals kind of girl like me, adding colour to your wardrobes can be a little bit daunting. And although we may not be exactly afraid of it, that's a bit extreme, but it might take a bit of courage to dive into colour if we're not that used to it. So I really hope that this video will give you inspiration with lots of ideas on how to make it easier for you to gently introduce some colour into your looks, if you wish, of course. You may be a colour fiend already, and that's absolutely wonderful. Now, I know that colour is a huge topic and there's so much to it, like cool and warm undertones, hues and so on. It can actually get quite complicated, but in this video I'm going to really try and simplify things. So I'm also going to jump right now into my first way that you might like to bring some colour into your wardrobe, and it's a technique really if you're a little bit unsure of colour. So number one is add bold colour away from the face. So in this first look I've teamed these fabulous red trousers from H&M with a snuggly piece of knitwear, an ivory sweater. Now I know these trousers are a little bit on the bold side, because you can't get much bolder than red, which is why I wanted to show you a really bold colour. But the bold colour is at a distance from the face area and worn on the lower body, and I think this is a great way of wearing colour if you're a little bit underconfident about it, as it's less overwhelming away from the face. So just to compare the differences here, compare the way this outfit looks with this one. Now I do adore this red cardigan. This is from Cézanne. Absolutely love it, and it's perfect if you love a bright colour and are confident about wearing it, but you certainly know when you're wearing it. It's much gentler to wear the colour away from the face if you're not so confident about wearing colour. Now wearing knitwear can also reduce the bright effect of a bold colour and softens the effect somehow, especially in a soft light tone like this ivory sweater, and in a different texture too. I think that's another important thing. I think a silk shirt would also work really well. Personally, I didn't feel at all overwhelmed by the red colour of these trousers when I wore this outfit. In fact, it was quite refreshing really to wear such a cheerful colour. Now my next way of wearing colour is to wear number two, colour with a neutral. Now I love this way of introducing colour into looks, as neutrals do kind of water down the bright colour a lot. And as I said before, if we're more used to wearing neutral outfits, we might feel more comfortable and familiar with this sort of a pairing. So in this look, look two, I've paired my beautiful blue crop jacket, which is actually one of my very favourite pieces in my wardrobe at the moment. This is from Goelia, with ivory trousers and an ivory blouse. My view is that bright colours, or even softer ones like this blue, don't really pair very well with really dark neutrals like black. I think the tonal contrast is too great compared with the colour, so I would suggest lighter coloured neutrals, as they tend to work better. So obviously ivory, shades of cream, vanilla, icy shades too, but also light grey or pale beige would work really well with a bright colour too. Pairing a colour with a neutral definitely kind of grounds the colour. Now the only thing to be aware of here, I think, is that some neutrals are warm and some are cool. So the best way of combining a neutral with a colour is to team a warm neutral with a warm colour and a cool neutral with a cooler colour. So on this simple basic colour wheel that you can see here, this is a big generalisation of course, but the blues, greens and purples have more of a blue undertone and are cooler colours. So they would go well with neutrals that also have blue undertones, such as grey, icy white, charcoal, navy and so on. Whilst the colours on the right of the wheel have more of a yellowy undertone, the yellows, oranges, reds, reddy purples. So neutrals with a yellow undertone would go well with these colours, such as beige, tan, vanilla, chestnutty browns. Okay, let's move on to my third tip for introducing colour, which is try a soft colour or a pastel. Now, you know, when you think of colour, it's not just bright shades and big blocks of colours, although they are beautiful. Think about all those beautiful muted colours and soft shades, pastels, soft hues that can look so pretty. Now, you've already seen my gorgeous soft blue jacket, and I do love these soft colours, to be honest, but it's all a personal thing, of course. And of course you can try out a variety of shades and hues of a colour that you look, as you can see that I'm doing in this look, my look 3. Now, I love these pale pink cigarette trousers. They're also from H&M, actually. They're such a delicate colour, and I think they'd be perfect going into spring and into summer too. And they look fresh and crisp, pretty and contemporary at the same time. To be honest, you could almost consider these as a neutral. But they're also really versatile. As you can see here, I've gone casual with sneakers and a t-shirt, and just casually draped a cotton sweater around my neck too for the perfect springtime run around outfit. And look 4, as you can see, you can change up the look and team it with a denim jacket, one of my really lovely go-to spring things to do. Now this one is from Marks and Spencer's. Teaming a colour with denim works well as a technique, and much like the neutrals, gives some grounding and solidity, if you like, to the outfit. You could go for a bright colour or a muted pastel shade. Both work pretty well with denim. So my next look, I'm going floral. See what you think. Look 5. Now here I'm wearing the same trousers as the previous looks, but I paired it with this lovely, lovely silk blouse, full of pretty colours. I just love it. And to be honest, I'm not really a fan of patterns and florals, but this is the exception. I think it's great quality, actually from Lily Silk last summer. So while it's colourful, the blouse also has soft, muted tones and muted versions of the colours, which I think is less harsh against the face. Now the colours are all pretty tonal too, and this is a good way to incorporate colour by mixing similar tones of the same colourway. So I still feel that this outfit is just kind of dipping my toes into colour, and it's not kind of full on blasting in your face thing, if you know what I mean, but also means that I feel comfortable with this level of colour. Of course, you may like more colour or less, because, you know, colour is such a personal thing. Oh, and by the way, you may notice that I'm wearing this absolutely stunning top. This is from a Spiga. It's last summer's, actually, but I just love the combination of colours. It's got red, pink, little bit of pale grey. It's just to die for. My next point is one of the exciting things about style. Well, there's lots of exciting things about style, but this one in particular, number 4, is experiment. Colour is one of those aspects of style that is such fun to experiment, I always think. Sometimes you can just discover and stumble across a whole new colour that you love and that really suits you just by chance when you're kind of playing around with colour. Now, I've been showing you a lot of red and pink, touch of blue as well, but one colour that I also love is green, and I honestly think that there's a shade of green for everyone out there somewhere. But again, if you're cautious, another way to try it out is perhaps think about something like a Breton top or a striped top, which incorporates the colour that you want to experiment with, but in a subtle way. For example, these beautiful Bowden Breton tops, they're just such fun, but they're not overwhelmingly colourful, but you can see colour in it. So, you know, you can try and experiment with green. There's this one which is called Green Tambourine, and you can also have it in the short sleeve, you can have it in the long sleeve, or even try pink stripes as well, or yellow. Or if you love stripes, as I do, you could try a beautiful linen shirt in perhaps a green and a blue colourway. I think this is absolutely lovely. This is a sienna shirt from Bowden, and as I said, it's linen too, so all natural. Or another lovely option is to try out a brighter colour with a navy or a black, as in this Talbot's Tea. Now this works fine, it's not too strong against the bright colour because it's got the white with it as well. And for a really fun, young looking option, you could try adding in a block of colour with a little jeans jacket like this one, also from Talbot's actually. Beautiful colour this one, and it comes in lots of different ones as well. And if you're really in an experimental mood, how about animal print? Yes, I said that. Mixed with colour. Oh my. for my look 6. If you're a fan of animal print, one way of wearing it could be to pair your favorite piece with a bright colored item, as in this look. Now, I always tend to think of animal prints as a sort of a neutral anyway. So this blouse is actually working like a neutral by, incredibly, toning down the effect of the red trousers. This sort of look, I think, would be perfect for a date night or a night out, perhaps with heels or even flats, a lovely little clutch bag. I wouldn't actually add much in the way of accessories because I do think these 2 items of clothing say a lot already. Okay, my next point is a little but often overlooked tip when it comes to colour. Number 5 is materials to consider. Now, in my view, natural fabrics always create a more natural and a less harsh colour somehow. So when you choose materials like linen, cotton, wool, the colours tend to be softer, more natural than synthetic materials like, for example, polyester, rayon, acrylic and nylon. So just a little point, something to think about when you're selecting coloured items. So for my number 6, it's accessories. Now, if you don't feel quite ready for all the colour and the colour blocking too, a good way to ease yourself into a touch of colour is with accessories. Kind of small pops of colour really work well with items such as, for example, a bright coloured watch. That could be a really good touch of colour just at your wrist. A belt bag, a statement scarf, of course. This is the classic. So, you know, you could go for a really gorgeous snuggly one like this orange one. Now, this one I'm showing you is really rather special because every time the company that sells one of these scarves, they donate to a woman with cancer. So this is just fabulous. Or with jewellery, of course, or shoes. Now, I adore these little red shoes. They're such fun and they're so dainty. And last, but definitely not least, number 7 is makeup. Nothing pops colour like a great red lipstick or a bright coral or a pink colour one, obviously dependent on your colouring. Again, if you're looking for a good red toned lipstick, go back to what I was talking about a little bit earlier. Are you a cool colour? Because in which case you might go for more of a crimson or a blue based red lipstick and that would look fabulous on you. Or are you warmer toned, in which case you could opt for a red with more yellow or coral undertones in it. And darker skin tones can look utterly fabulous in more blue based lips. So please do let us all know in the comments section what you think of colour. I mean, are you confident to wear it? Do you wear it very much? And if so, how much colour do you feel comfortable with? We'd always love to hear from you in the comments section underneath the video. So thanks so much for watching this video, and if you've enjoyed it, which I really hope you have, please do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. And I will link all the items that I've shown you in the links underneath this video as well for you to have a look at. So I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week. I will see you very, very soon for more long videos and short ones. Have a wonderful time. Lots of love. Bye.